but JJ out, I prefer that not. I rather the woman slept with as many men as she wanted through her experimentation.
Kumaga. Oh, shout out to you, bro. Does body count matter? Who do you recommend your son to marry? 1, a girl who has a high body count but regrets it. 2, OnlyFans girl who wants to make fast money. 3, a promiscuous girl who does casual hookups.
Oh, so you keep giving So 3 options here for a girl that their son might want to marry.
All right. So number 1, do you think body count matters? We'll make this simple. Yes or no? Raise a hands if you think a woman's body count means her sexual partners matters.
Absolutely.
Yes. Raise a hand. Raise a hand. 1, 2. Nice and high so I can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Only 4 girls think it matters. Okay. And then, so half the panel. And then, what do you recommend your son to marry? A girl who has a high body count but regrets it? An OnlyFans girl who wants to make fast money? Or 3, a girl that has a lot of sex and does casual hookups?
The first one.
Whoa, hold on. We'll get there. All right, which one for you? And you said body count doesn't matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, body count doesn't matter for you. Okay. So yes. And then which one are you going with? A, B, or C? Pull it up on screen. High body count but regrets it? OnlyFans girl who wants to make fast money? Or a promiscuous girl who does casual hookups a lot?
My question is number 2 mean that she doesn't have a body count?
Who knows? You don't. You just know she wants to make fast money and she's on OnlyFans.
Because all of those have body counts. So where's like the real option?
Which one do you think? Which one is the best of the 3? The OnlyFans girl, you don't know. She said wants to make fast money. You don't know. That could be feet pictures, I guess.
Well, we're not doing casual hookups because obviously.
That's bad. Okay. So which one do you think? The girl with the high body count but regrets it? Or OnlyFans girl who wants to make fast money?
It would probably have to be number 1 then. Because OnlyFans means that she's willing to do whatever for the fast money, right? And the one who regrets it means that she's making a change.
Okay. There's no wrong answer here, by the way, ladies. This is just how you interpret it. All right. What about you? Does body count matter to you? No?
It does.
It does. Okay.
It does.
All right. Yes. And then what option are you going with for your son?
For my son?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a mix between the first 2, definitely not the last one. Hiva regrets it, like at least she has a conscience. You don't really know what happened and why she has such a body count.
Okay.
But second, with the OnlyFans, like you said, you can sell feet pictures.
Yeah.
It
So which one are you going with?
I'm gonna stick to second one.
2? All right.
2.
You have OnlyFans?
No, I do not.
Okay.
All right. So you said body count does not matter. So which number are you going with?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, just the situation. So for sure, not the third one.
Okay.
For my son, now we are new generation. So OnlyFans is like something like people knows about it, but nude is like since years and years, and it's like the
so
same.
number 2.
So number 1, because body count doesn't count. She regret, but doesn't matter if she regrets or no. I prefer just the one who has a body count. We doesn't know about her situation, but not for sure. Not the third one, and second one is just new generation. So first one.
What about you? You said body count doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go with that one.
With number
Body
1?
counts, yeah.
So high body count but regrets it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I have 2 sons, first off.
Okay.
So
body count does matter for you. I
absolutely.
Remember.
I'm not gonna fucking just date a hoe. It's stupid. I mean, all of these answers are
horrible.
They're all horrible. But the better one, I guess, would be number 1 because at least she's aware, that she has a bad or high body count.
Okay.
So.
Okay. What about you?
Number 1. It's not terrible, so yeah, number 1.
Does body count matter for you? I forget. It was
It's number
no,
2.
right? Okay. And then number 1. Okay. All right. What about you?
Body count does not matter to me, and I would say number 2, hoping that the girl is not doing anything sexually. But if she did and she owned it, everybody's the owner of their own vagina.
Okay.
I like that.
Not here to judge.
Body count, I think you said does matter, right?
No,
It doesn't
I
matter.
would go with number 1 and body.
Number 1? Okay.
Yes,
She regrets it?
Doesn't matter to me either. And I guess that as long as you're aware, you can always work it out.
Okay.
Meaning you can work out to fulfill yourself if you know and you have regrets or anything in that sense.
Okay.
For
I remember
sure,
you said
not
body
2
count
and 3.
does matter. Which one is the option you would go with for your son?
I will definitely go for the first option, I guess, because the girl
does have regrets and she might change for the better.
Okay. I want to get the girls' opinions on this. Why do you think body count does matter for you?
I think it destroys some kind of like feminine energy, these casual hookups.
Okay.
That's because you have a
Hold
chakra.
on. Let her finish
So it
her
destroys feminine.
point. You said it destroys feminine what?
Yeah, when a woman sends out a lot of these sexy vibes to different men, I think she loses some part of her femininity or something like
Purity?
that. Like the energy. No, like
Feminine
not the
energy?
purity.
Okay.
Maybe energy, yeah.
Alright.
She becomes like used over time and she doesn't have high value anymore for herself even.
Okay.
She becomes rated E for everybody.
Okay. Why do you think body count does not matter?
To be honest, personally, for me, it does matter. When no. If I'm dating somebody, it doesn't matter for me if the other person is
Oh,
fat
for a
or
guy.
not.
No, we're speaking specifically about women. Does body count matter for women?
Personally, me, Giuliana Buccelli, if I'm fat, yes, it matters to me.
Okay.
But if the rest of the people are fat and happy or have a
Okay.
body count that
Okay.
is high,
Does body count matter to you personally then first?
personally,
Yes?
yes.
Okay.
And I've lost a lot of weight.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
To be honest.
That was like 2 hours ago almost.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
And then number 2, you said body count matters to you personally. Now, would body count matter to you if it were your son marrying the girl?
No,
Okay.
not at all. It's my personal body count.
Okay, I get
That
that. But would you want your son to get with a girl that has a higher body count or a low to no body count if you had
As
the choice?
long as he's happy, whatever he wants, man.
Okay. All right. So body count matters to you. Why?
Because I don't recognize myself in the mirror as towards to what I used to weight before moving to the US, I guess.
No.
Oh,
Do you know what
she's-
body count means?
Not weight.
Because not weight.
How many people?
Body count means like
Oh shit.
Oh,
sexual partners.
fuck.
Sexual.
I was confused. I was like, yo, what are you talking
Really?
about? Yeah, so
Sexual
sexual
partners.
partners.
Language barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sexual partners matter
She
for
thought like
women.
body count like
Yeah.
weight.
Yes,
no.
I thought it was weight.
No.
No, we got
Does,
you, we got
does,
you.
does sexual partners matter
partners.
for women? Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay. Why no?
I get it now.
She's like,
So
You got it.
hyped. I guess both parties, men and women, have an experiencing phase, and I rather that than tomorrow my grandkids seeing the OnlyFans mother, boobies out, but JJ out. I prefer that not. I rather the woman slept with as many men as she wanted through her experimentation than that. And
So you think it doesn't matter because of experiencing?
No,
Okay. All right.
I guess there's different types of experiencing in your life.
Okay.
It can
All right.
be sex, it can be other things.
Okay.
Okay, we
But
got it.
yeah. And then hooking up, nope, I don't want that. What if tomorrow they cheat on my kid?
Okay.
That
so
last one.
you're okay with a woman experiencing, but it better not be with your son.
No, experience as much as you want. But when you get married to him,
No
don't
more.
go hooking up with nobody else.
Who do you think is going to stay more faithful? A woman that's had a lot of sex in the past, or a woman that's not had a lot of sex in
A
the past?
woman that has had a lot of sex in the past.
You think she's going to be more loyal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Because if you enter in a relationship and you're a virgin or you're whatever you are, you've lack experience. You don't know if you actually like how the penetration is going, for example, or you don't know if you like the boobies touch in a certain way. Okay?
Okay.
Guys, if you don't try out, then how do you know you're being successful in a sense?
I mean, you're thinking
And-
logically about this, but it's more of a emotional type of like thing. biological.
No emotions. Sex is nature.
Yeah, but it's biology though. So I mean, like you're thinking logically about it.
Yeah.
But okay.
And also,
I guess at the end of the day, we're all animals, no?
interesting point. Okay, so you think
We think,
promiscuous women are more
but-
likely to be faithful because they've experienced more things.
Yeah, and they know what they like and they don't like.
Okay. All right.
And
What about you?
If you don't try, then you want to experiment with different people or with different things.
All right. For you, what do you think? Does body count matter for women, in your opinion?
I do not think it matters.
Okay. And you said no. Why don't you think it matters?
Because, well, I don't tend to judge people on what they're doing. So are you saying as it pertains to me specific or?
In general.
In general?
Yeah, why
No.
do you think body count doesn't matter for women?
Well, because I think you make a conscious decision of who you're going to sleep with.
Okay.
Some people, they do plan promiscuity. They know that they're going and having multiple partners, and that's what they have agreed with their body to do. So who are we to say, oh, you had how many? At what point does it become too many partners? It's too arbitrary.
So there's no number for you, no limit.
Personally,
5 bodies is equivalent to 1,000.
Are you saying? Are you speaking to me?
No, I'm asking your opinion in general.
I just don't come from a place of judgment of what people do with their vaginas.
Okay. So you don't think any body count matters?
I don't think so. No. As long as you can sleep at night with what you're doing with your anatomy or anatomical parts, why would it matter to me?
Interesting. Do you think women that have high body counts can sleep well at night?
Absolutely.
In general, you think so?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're saying no because you can't judge someone else.
No, I don't think I mean, obviously, unless we're saying like she's getting gangbanged. If it's a conscious decision that she's made, then why? At what point is it too many partners? What might be too many partners to you might not be to me. Do you get what I'm saying? There's no
Standard.
Okay, she hit 10. She's a hoe.
There's no standard. Yeah.
There's no standard.
All right. What about you? You said body count doesn't count. Why do you say that?
Because I don't know, it's your body, it's your decision. Everybody, I don't know, it's your decision. I don't really have more experience, so yeah, I love me gusta mucho la exclusividad.
She likes
She
to
likes-
a lot of
doesn't like to
exclusivity.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll like sharing.
She don't like to be.
I'm talking about women, not men.
No, but in general, she's saying.
Yeah, it's in general.
She likes to be exclusive. She don't pick.
But doesn't that
anybody.
contradict promiscuity?
A little bit.
Yeah, that contradicts what you just said. So you like exclusivity, but you're saying body count shouldn't matter.
I mean, depending. I feel
Let
like.
her speak.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, it's dependent because it's your life, it's your decision, it's your body. So, yeah, it's whatever you want it.
But you want exclusivity.
For me, yes.
No.
For the other person, is whatever you want it.
Okay, so you're saying body count doesn't matter because it's your body. For women, how many people you have sex with?
It's your body, it's your decision.
Okay. So do you have sex with a lot of people?
No.
So you don't subscribe to it.
Mm-hmm.
You contradict yourself though.
Okay, so let's see.
How about this? Say it in Spanish. Angie, give Angie a mic real quick or give her headphones so we can hear what the hell's going on. They're both from Venezuela, so we won't have any fucking issues here because I want to really understand what she's saying because she's contradicting herself and I want to make sure I have this right. All right, go ahead. Say it in Spanish freely. So you said body count doesn't matter. Why?
No importa porque realmente es tu decisión, es tu cuerpo, tú decides con quién quieres estar, con quién no quieres estar y qué quieres hacer.
Okay, she's saying that it doesn't matter because it's your body, so you decide who you want to be, what you want to do. What else?
Go, and what else? Did she say anything else?
Repite.
Okay.
That's it?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
But you said that you want exclusivity.
Para mí, sí. Yo realmente soy una persona que no he tenido mucha experiencia, no he estado con muchas personas.
For me, yes. Okay, you gotta give me a second.
Okay.
For me, yes, because I don't have much experience. I haven't been with that many people.
Okay, that says everything you need. Okay, interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so it's your body, but she doesn't practice what she says. I'm not judging. Okay. What about you? You said body count does matter. Why do you think it matters?
Because you're supposed to give it to the man that you're supposed to marry to. You're not going to give it to anyone, everyone and whatnot. And no one's going to really take you for a girlfriend or take you seriously, because who's to say that one day after another I'm going to go fuck someone else?
Okay. What about you? You said body count doesn't matter. Why?
Because you decide who you want to be with. You just don't be with anybody. Kind of the same thing they agree to. Yeah.
Wait, so you're saying body count doesn't matter, but you decide who you want to be with and you don't be with anybody?
Honestly, I'm going to tell you something. From the answer we got there, that was for me.
Speaking to the mic.
Oh, my bad. For the answer we seen there, I feel like that was the best answer I could have picked. I'm answering from those 3 shows that I have.
Oh, the previous question.
Yeah, because you guys are going based on that, right?
No, I'm just asking you, do you think a woman's body count matters?
In general.
In general.
Depending. I mean, you're not going to be with 10 guys in a week.
So is it a
Speak
no
for
or a
yourself.
yes?
For me, it don't matter because I'm not the type of person that I be with anybody that's just me, Like, it's depending on the person, I think.
Do you think a woman's body count should matter in general? Yes or no?
I'm sorry?
Do you think Jesus Christ. Angie, please say it in Spanish. I want to make sure the ladies really understand this.
No escuchamos.
Go ahead.
Que si tú crees que el body count, la cuenta, no sé cómo decirlo,
De personas con las que has
con las que
tenido
has estado,
sexo.
¿importa o no importa?
But are you talking about me in general? For me, it don't matter because I don't be with just anybody, Like,
So it does matter. Because you're clearly picking who you want. So body count does matter to you because you're selective.
I mean, I don't pick just anybody.
Like if
So you're
someone-
picky.
Yeah.
Right. Kinda, yeah.
Which means
I
body
am.
count matters.
Not kinda, I am picky. Pero, like, it's a choice that you make.
Fuck, man.
Yeah,
Muy
no, you're
loca.
so loose right now. It's okay.
Yeah, we
No, this is why women can't lead. This proves my point. Like, yo, y'all can't even answer a very simple question.
Don't say y'all.
You answer the question, right? You answer the question, but it absolutely contradicts your practices.
Because I only had 3 choices. And out of those 3 choices,
I think there's a language barrier here.
No. Angie translated it perfectly. They just don't make sense. She's saying, so body count does matter, or it doesn't matter. It does matter. What the fuck am I doing? She's saying no. She's saying no, but her
but you base
explanation.
it on the answers we got, right? If I'm not wrong. No.
So she's going off with the question from before.
Yeah.
He's saying in general.
I
for
know.
You.
In general, well, out of that question, I think it can matter because you don't pick anybody to be with. Out of that question.
You confused the fuck out of me.
You're speaking gibberish.
He's like, if tomorrow you met a guy and he has like 200.
No, we're talking about females only,
No.
not
Okay.
men.
So yeah, so all your friends, imagine you're the one with.
I'm just gonna write her answer. I'm gonna put no, but she's selective.
Yeah, I am selective.
It doesn't make sense. What about you? So
Figure it
clearly it does
out.
matter then, but that's fine. Does body
Figure
count
it
matter
out.
to you?
For me, it doesn't matter. We've got one life. So if tomorrow I met someone and I wanna,
YOLO.
I will. Like I've got
Okay.
one life.
Okay.
So yeah.
What about you? Thank you. That was simple.
Yeah.
Does body count matter? Yes or no, and why?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
I think you should just value your energy more as opposed to giving it to everybody.
Okay. Value your energy. Thank you for the simple answer. What about you?
I think body count matters
Why?
because there's an exchange between the 2 individuals. So if you have a high body count, you're bringing something into that situation.
Okay.
Like you're transferring whatever.
Okay.
Yeah,
You want to add something? Go ahead.
Energetically speaking, I 100% agree with you. We have ladies, women, have a chakra on their vaginas. And
Man.
I'm sorry.
So body count
true.
does matter now.
No, it doesn't. As long as you're on an experimental process, but then
So it's okay as long as they're in the whole phase.
you
and
can
they...
clean yourself from that in multiple ways.
Okay.
So
All right.
You guys believe that? I
I
don't believe
do.
that.
How many of you think you can clean yourself from being promiscuous in the
It
past?
takes 7 years.
Raise of hands if you think you
chakra-wise.
can clean yourself from being promiscuous in the past. Raise of hands.
No, you can't.
Nobody? You shook your head? Yeah? No? Oh, okay. So only one person. Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Do you think a woman with a high body count deserves a good man?
No.
Start here and then work our way.
I mean, I'm not. I don't feel like feel obligated to like say what someone deserves.
We want your opinion.
What someone deserves and doesn't.
Okay,
deserve.
how about this? We'll make it better. Does a woman that has a promiscuous past deserve your son who's going to be a protector and provider?
Boom, there you go.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Damn, you're
What about you?
judgmental. Damn.
Yes.
Why?
Happened.
Why does a promiscuous woman deserve your son who's a protector and provider?
You can, and not that saying you'll forget it completely, it'll completely leave, but you can change. And if we're speaking, believe it or not, like, God accepts everyone for whatever they have been, whoever has died for whoever, no matter what. So it's like, who are we to judge? We have our own opinions 100%, but
But your son's not God.
no, but promiscuity, like, if your son doesn't, that's up to him, right? Like, if he doesn't want to be with a promiscuous woman, he doesn't, and he doesn't have to. He shouldn't forgive her. He shouldn't accept it. He doesn't have to. But if he does, who is anyone else between them two to judge what
Okay.
he's
So your
accepting?
son, you're okay with your son getting with a promiscuous woman in the past?
Yes.
A protector, provider. So you think she still deserves your son?
100%.
Okay. What about you?
Depending on where
Even the
she's
worst
at.
case scenario possible, like where like she might have
depending on
trauma from other guys.
I was gonna say, depending on where she is in that moment. Like, if let's say she's still promiscuous, like, no,
Okay.
deal with that then.
It has
you
to
know,
stop.
yeah. But it's needed time. You needed healing. Like, it should have been a phase in the past, if that's what it is. You know, not a current situation still withholding.
Okay. So you'll only accept it if it's a past thing.
Yeah,
Not
100%.
current. What about you? Do you think a promiscuous woman deserves a man that's going to protect and provide for her? Let's say it's your son.
Just to
Yes or no?
reply what you said before, you said, do you think a girl with a high body count
Yeah.
deserve a good guy? For me, a good person deserve a good guy. So it doesn't matter, like, a good person deserve a good girl deserve a good guy, even if she has a good body count. Or
Do you think a girl that has a high body count is a good girl?
yes.
Okay. So you think she deserves a good man?
If she is a good girl, she deserves a good man.
So 1,000 cocks.
It's crazy.
If she is a good girl, like a good person, she deserves a good person.
It makes sense when you hear it that way.
Yeah.
When you break it down, it don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What about you? Do you think a girl that has a promiscuous that has a promiscuous past deserves a good man that's going to protect and provide? Maybe your son. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You'd be okay with your son getting with a whore? Former whore?
Yes.
Yeah?
Shout out to all the whores.
Thank you.
Are you a whore?
No.
You don't want your son to get with someone like you?
I mean, yeah, that would be perfect.
Stop the cap. But you prefer your son get with a whore over someone like
I
you?
don't prefer him, but if that's what he wants, that's his choice, you know? And if he have to learn from that experience, he's going to learn. It's his life.
Interesting. Okay. Do you think a woman that's promiscuous deserves a good man?
Fuck no.
Why not?
Once a hoe, always a hoe. I would never put my son in that position.
Thank God.
Okay.
Some sanity is still here.
What about you?
Okay, I respond this question in Spanish.
Okay. Go ahead.
Creo que sí, porque es su decisión y si la quieren no importa. Todos tenemos un pasado y que tú hayas sido una persona promiscua no
Okay,
significa que seas una
okay.
mala persona.
I think yes, because everyone has a past, and because you're a promiscuous person, it doesn't mean that you're a bad person.
Okay. What about you? What do you think? A woman who has a promiscuous past deserves a good man?
Absolutely. I
Okay.
think to make them walk around with a scarlet letter is like, and how do you even know your son's future mate's like sexual history? Why would you even know that as a mother? It's not your business, not your relationship.
If you knew.
But why would you? Why would you even concern yourself? It's coming from a place of judgment. It's not your relationship. That's my piece. And I do have a son.
Okay. So you don't think judgment is appropriate in any situation? It
It's
seems.
not even, I think that goes outside of your bounds as a mother. That's an adult relationship.
That's
Why
your
would
son,
I
though.
sit? That doesn't matter because you create your children for the world. I'm not going to sit there and say how many people has she had. She
Yeah,
doesn't
but
deserve
isn't it your duty as a parent to protect your child from the world to some degree as well? The world's a cold and dangerous place.
My son was raised with values and morals, and even that, if he chooses to accept somebody that has a past, I would rather a son that's not judgmental.
So if your son was raised with values and morals, wouldn't it be fair for him to want a woman that has morals and values as well?
That's assuming that somebody that has a past doesn't. There's redemption, right? So so that's assuming once you sin, forever a sinner. You can't be redeemed.
Okay.
Quote unquote redeemed.
All right.
Jesus died for.
This is very interesting
Amen.
takes on this.
Amen.
All right, what about you? Do you think a woman that has a promiscuous past deserves a good man?
Yes.
Would you be okay with your son being with a woman that used to be promiscuous?
Yes.
Does she have to do 7 years of cleaning before?
Not really. It's none of my business. He
Okay.
fell in love with her. That's a them problem.
Amen.
Okay. What about you?
She ran out of
Do you think a
chakra.
woman that has a promiscuous past deserves a good man?
I believe I won't know anything about the past of the girlfriend of my future son.
But if you knew.
It's I don't think that a woman can stop, like, can be exclusive with one man after having like 100 of dicks.
Okay.
Okay.
So you think her ability to be faithful is going to be hurt?
I think so. Yeah.
So it matters.
Yeah, it matters for me.
Okay. So would you, if you knew your son was about to get with a girl that was promiscuous, would you allow it to happen?
I would talk to him.
What would you say?
Are you sure? Yeah.
What if your son is not pleased by her because she hasn't had any experience?
I mean, it's
And he goes cheating on her, for example.
yeah, but a woman who has 100 of dicks also has a very good experience.
Yes, and that's why they don't cheat. Because they know what they like, and if they don't like it, they find another dick.
But that's not even always the case.
Correct. I agree.
I mean, if a person loves you, they will teach you everything that they like.
Yes.
So he should educate her.
Okay.
This is so cute.
All right. Do you have something fresh before I give my take on this?
Once again, I mean, we make choices in life, and as women, you make choices yourself. And if you have a lot of partners sexually, I'll just be honest with you, sometimes it could damage your psyche. And when I say psyche, I mean how you look at things. How you look at things could mean, you know what, this guy is great, but he's not the best I ever had in my life. I've had better back in the day. You might go on Facebook, hit them up, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, Snapchat. The point is that like multiple partners means there may be a loop where you might want to go back in time to relive that moment. Versus if you have low body count, you might say, you know what, this is all I really know. I like it. I'm good to go. So there's a chance that you might actually go back to the past to relive some moments.
You were going to say something? Someone's on to say something? Go ahead.
I have a
I'll
Go ahead,
wait for
please,
my
go ahead.
turn.
I just have a question. I don't
Yeah.
want to sound stupid.
No.
Can we like act like is being promiscuous being sexually active or being a sexual person?
Oh no,
We're talking about active, yeah. Like
Active.
promiscuous,
Like
like
taking
actually,
dicks.
Active,
yeah.
like actually,
Like
into-
actually
okay.
smashing, yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes there's also a difference between like the sexual energy that women can give off to people and that,
No, we're
and
talking
then the
about
actual
straight up having
active
sex.
Okay.
So does that change your
Okay.
answer now that you know the actual will body count mattering and your
Well,
guy?
I said body count does matter for sure, but yeah, definitely. Because
But you're
for me,
okay with-
promiscuous, like promiscuity is just like a girl who's kind of just that has that sexual aura, that energy that like gives off regardless of
Just being like flirty.
not even flirty. Like sometimes people just think like, I mean, me, I don't know. Me, I'm not trying to be flirty all the time, right? But some people might think I'm flirting with them. Just a general example.
So you mean like dressing
So,
like a hoe? Like
just
dress like a hoe?
yeah, like you know, like you dress a type of way, you talk a type of way, but like that doesn't mean I'm intaking in the activities. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So why pretend to be a hoe?
It's not pretending. I just am skinny and cute, and so I look good in clothes, and people think I'm a hoe. That's not my fault.
It's your fault.
It's not my fault.
You're wearing the clothes.
I mean, yeah, they're cute.
Dress like her.
Yeah, they're
You'll
cute.
be fine.
I do. I do. But
Go
still,
back
people
to
think I'm
that.
talking. People think I'm so hitting on them. I can literally wear sweatpants and a big ass t-shirt,
Be a
and
grandma.
people think I can do that too.
You got it.
And people still
I
will
believe
think
in you.
that. Thank you. So I'm just saying, like, it definitely, I think, I just wanted to understand the difference of what we were actually saying.
It's like intercourse.
So, very interesting takes here that the ladies are saying. It looks like it's half and half. Half the women believe that body count matters, and the other half believe it doesn't. And some of you guys said that, hey, even having a high body count doesn't make you a bad person as a woman, etc. Can we hit the elevator theme real fast? Come on over to Rumble, guys, if you guys... I'm going to give my take on it, and I'll open it up to ladies if they disagree. Are we good? We're good. Okay. So I'm going to disagree. I think women that are promiscuous are bad people. And the reason why is because there's not much required of women. Men just want you to be pretty, feminine, and most importantly, not be a whore. And there's a reason why since the beginning of time, female promiscuity has been an issue. And the reason why is because, for one, men can't determine paternity with a woman that's promiscuous, right? We have modern convents, right? We have modern creations now where, you could do paternity tests and you could do a DNA test, but this didn't used to exist before. So if a girl is a whore, she would effectively have you raise a child that you thought was yours, and you might not ever know, right? And it's one of the highest forms of betrayal. I would argue that a man raising a kid that he thought was his but finds out isn't his is the equivalent to a woman being raped by a man, because the man is being raped of his time and his resources and providing for a child that he thought was his. Just like a man taking sex from you without your permission, a man is giving his resources without his permission. So that's the functional equivalent. And this is why women that are promiscuous have been admonished since the beginning of time. And the thing also is that I don't think that there's any such thing as a high value woman, but I do think that all women have value, whereas all men do not have value. What do I mean by this? Well, women, by the time they're 18 years old, command the most value that they're ever going to command, really, right? Between 18 to 25 years old. So it's a woman's job to preserve and cherish that value and give it to a man that's worthy, right? That's why women are more selective on height, income, status, etc. So if I see a girl that's a whore and diminish her value, she doesn't deserve a man of a certain caliber, and a girl that's been more responsible with her value deserves that guy versus her. And also, girls that are promiscuous, right, tend to be bigger cheaters. You can't ensure the kid is yours. And typically that comes with trauma. Most girls that I know that are hoes, 9 out of 10 times, they're alcoholics, drug addicts, fucked up family. Something is wrong with them. I hate to say it, but that's just what it is. And the other thing, too, because you mentioned that if a girl's promiscuous, she's going to know what she likes and what she doesn't like. Well, if I've only drank water my entire life, I think that water's pretty damn good. But if I've drank water, then Coke Zero, maybe some Coca-Cola, Sprite, etc., well, I'm going to have a craving for that every now and then. And my water might not suffice. And what I've realized with women is, and they've done studies on this, by the way, the higher a woman's body count, the less likely the marriage is going to stay going or everlasting. Women that have the longest marriages have less than 5 bodies. Typically, they have the most successful marriages. And then virgin women have the highest rates of success with the marriage. And the reason is that it is a big part because women tend to pair bond better with men when they have less bodies. That's just how it is. And the other thing too, why it doesn't work when women are promiscuous and sport fuck is because women are emotional lovers. What do I mean by this? It's very difficult for a woman to have sex with a man and not be connected to him to some degree. A part of her leaves her when she has sex with a bunch of dudes. I mean, most women don't want to have sex with a bunch of guys. They prefer, if they could, to have sex with just one guy that is attractive, tall, has money, charming, charismatic. They want everything in one guy. Unfortunately, most guys can't do this, so they have to maybe have sex with this guy that has money, maybe have sex with this guy that's good looking, or maybe not even fuck that guy with money, but get money out of him.
Sugar daddy.
The point is, women, it's very difficult to find a guy that has everything. But if a girl does find a guy with everything, she'd prefer to just fuck him. So women are naturally monogamous to a degree. Men, on the other hand, are not naturally monogamous. We're naturally polygamous. We want to have sex with as many women. And here's the difference between us and you. If I go fuck another girl, I can still love you. If you go fuck another guy, it's over. And we both know that. All of you guys know that. So the reason why female promiscuity is not respected is because we know that it takes you a certain place emotionally in your head to get there. And on top of that, the kidnap might not be me. It's raping me of my resources and time. It's just an L all around. So that's why promiscuous women are not respected, because you're given the value up front and you waste it like an idiot. It's the equivalent to being a trust fund baby and being broke by the time you're 50. You should have invested that money appropriately.
I agree to disagree,
We can go back to you
be honest. I think that it depends on the country, it depends on the religion, it depends on the principles and morals that you
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
why is it that every religion, every society since the beginning of time had had issue with promiscuous women? If you look at Chinese people from the Ming Dynasty,
Mm-hmm.
and you compare them to Europeans,
Mm-hmm.
to Muslims, to Arabs, to Asians, everybody,
Mm-hmm.
why have they all had an issue with female promiscuity, even though they never met each other?
Okay,
And cultures are different.
Here's something that I'm gonna bring up that it's bold as hell. Why does a Muslim woman like to get it from behind for her not to lose her down there?
Because she wants to value her purity.
No, because she still wants to experiment. But because of religion, principles, morals, and what's wrong and right, she rather keep her hymen untouched.
Yeah.
Okay. Hymen untouched and get it from the back. Does that mean that she's not promiscuous as the rest that have been trying? Also, it depends on the country, for example. What's the average range for people in America to lose their virginity? 13 years old. What about the UK? 11 on occasions. So with that being said,
That doesn't make it right, though.
I'm saying that there's an
These countries also have,
experimental-
hold on, if you look at it, these countries also have the highest divorce rates, lowest marriage rates ever. Families are gone. Single mother households are on the rise. So, I mean, if you're going to compare the United States and United Kingdom, we're failing societies when it comes to families and, you know, having a healthy relationship between the two genders.
I think it also has to do a lot with health insurance and all of that.
What? How does health insurance have to do with...
In the
Nuclear
UK,
families.
it's completely free for you to get the pill for the next day, or pills in general, condoms, whatever. Over here, for you to get the birth control, for example.
But there's still a bunch of single mothers.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you should take care of yourself if you're gonna do something. But with that being
But
said,
a lot don't.
correct, and that's their laws. And then tomorrow, if they get
Well, it's all of our loss, because who pays for the free contraceptives that you're talking about?
Taxpayers.
We pay for it. So we actually lose.
yeah, but it's not free.
And those kids end up being degenerates and end up burning society even more. They become criminals,
On occasions,
drug
yeah.
addicts,
Yeah,
homeless.
yeah,
Who pays for that? We all pay for that.
true.
So we take a L. The nuclear family is the backbone of any strong society. And my thing is that female promiscuity has led to the degradation of the family unit.
Here's the thing.
And the reason for that is because of feminism. Feminism is probably the biggest contributor to the destruction of the family. This whole equality thing.
I'm not a feminist, but with that being said,
But you subscribe to feminist ideals.
I share some principles.
Because you said you want a man that's going to be chivalrous. Do you think it's fair
Correct.
for a man to work hard, earn money, become successful, and then go ahead and commit to a woman that made bad decisions in her past and is promiscuous?
I
Or
think
was
that
promiscuous?
if you're a kid and lose your virginity in America or in the UK at 11 or 13 or 15, whatever age they are, and they reach a point at 18 that they don't want to keep on fucking anybody. Like they'll be more selective.
They're assuming, but I mean, they end up becoming promiscuous. And my thing is this: I'm not saying that women can't be promiscuous. They could be promiscuous, but I absolutely think that women that have a bad past don't deserve a future.
Fair enough.
Because it's not fair for me as a man to work really hard in my past while you fucked off, quite literally, and then I'm responsible for taking care of you when I could have got a girl that was more pure.
But what are you saying, that you were not promiscuous as well?
A promiscuous man is not the same as a promiscuous woman.
I
Explain
understand your
At all.
point.
I would argue a promiscuous man makes you more attractive to a woman, but a promiscuous woman absolutely would destroy a man in general.
At the same time, if a woman has sex, for example, with X, Y, and Z people, and then she meets you, probably you don't have the best pee-pee in the world, but
Okay.
Maybe
But guess
she
what?
connected with you on a different level for
But guess
you
what?
to...
If it was the only pee-pee, she would have known better.
Correct.
That's why you want virgins or women
No,
with low
you
body
don't.
counts.
Because what if she didn't like how you did it to her? Doesn't mean that tomorrow she's gonna be experimenting with somebody else?
Probably not, because the woman, if a girl gets with a guy and she likes him and she loses her virginity to that man, her emotional tie to that man is going to be extremely strong.
I disagree, because I've had a lot of friends that have gotten married, per se. Virgins.
They lost their virginity to their husband?
Yes.
Okay. What happened?
They got that divorce in a year.
Well, the stats don't reflect that. The stats reflect that when a woman marries as a virgin, the marriage lasting is extremely high. The chances of it lasting are extremely high. But the more promiscuous a woman is, the less likely the marriage is going to last. And there's a bunch of biological reasons for that. Men and women aren't the same. And I get what you're saying. Well, you shouldn't want a virgin. Who cares what you think? You're a female. Men want women that have low body counts. Just like you want a man that's going to be a protector, provider, and take care of you. We want a girl that's going to take care of us and not be a slut and embarrass us. Yeah. Women that are promiscuous or have bad pasts destroy men's reputations. Look at Will Smith. Look at Logan Paul right now. When a girl has a bad past, it can absolutely cripple and destroy a man's reputation. Yeah. But it doesn't work the other way around.
The alternative is true,
but I
though.
think
Some men, they like that for wifey, and then they go out and cheat with the girl that has a whole lot of
I knew that was coming.
But it's the truth.
Yeah,
it's
but who
in
has?
society.
What are you trying to get back right now?
Nothing. I'm just saying.
No. You're trying to get back your last name, right?
Right.
You took the last name of a man that you once loved, right?
Right.
Okay. So
what does that have to do with body count?
I'm going to explain that. Once a woman has a certain body count or has a certain past, she no longer qualifies for a man that values last name. Women want to take a man's last name, and I'm telling men to value your last name and not give it to a woman that isn't worthy. Because if you give it to a woman that isn't worthy, what ends up happening is she destroys that last name.
Well, it doesn't apply to me, but I took the last name to have the same last name as my children.
Okay, but regardless, you took a man's last name that at one time you loved, and you're fighting for that last name back. You want your maiden name so you can take another man's last name.
No, I'm not. See, but it's complicated to even say how we got to marriage, but no, my end goal is not to go back into marriage. I don't need to be married.
You don't want to be married?
I'm not opposed to being married, but it's not like my end goal to get rid of this last name to go get another one.
No, but you understand that carrying another man's last name is going to impact your ability to get another one, and it's going to impact your options.
How so?
You're carrying your ex's last name. You want your maiden last name so that you can have that status. This is the thing. Women don't look.
I bring more to the table than the average.
We got to operate on reality here.
Let's do that.
Women want to get married to a man who's superior to the men every single way, so they can carry that man's last name. Because having a man that's a winner's last name is a symbol of status. Okay, no one knows Vanessa Bryant's last name, but we know her last name is Bryant. Okay. Women take the man's last name for a reason because they acquire status to their man's last name. It doesn't work the other way around. This is why men need to be in leadership role. Men need to be the protectors and providers, etc. Because that's what a woman wants is a man worth's last name. So you're getting your maiden last name back, and I think that's very important and embodies kind of what I'm talking about because you understand that you're almost like getting your identity back and you're absolving yourself of that former guy.
Right.
Okay. But at one point you loved him and you took his last name.
I took 12 years to do that, and that was a legal move.
But
it was not like... So anyway, I'm not going to open that for discussion, but what I will say is there is some women, of course, that they look for men to provide for them, and I've been fortunate enough that I've never, ever needed that to be the case. So
okay.
I might be your exception, but I don't apply to your...
Okay, well, the exception doesn't make the rule. A majority of women... Absolutely want a man to provide for them. And I would argue, even in your case, you would want a man at least that's equal to you.
Absolutely. An ambition.
So hypergamy doesn't care. It's the truth. It's the female mating strategy. Women don't seek men that are inferior to them. They seek men that are bare minimum equal to them. On the other hand, men are okay with dating women that are inferior to them.
It applies to cultures. Over here in America, for example, you take the person you marry.
Stop. There's women here from all different types of cultures.
Correct.
Most of them want a man who's chivalrous.
I'm not saying...
So here's the thing. Culture only applies to some degree, but there's human being steadfast rules. Women want a leader. Women want a man that's dominant. Women want a man who's better than them, regardless of culture. And then, on top of that, promiscuity has never been respected in any culture.
Correct.
So there's just human rules that apply to all cultures, all religions, all regions of the world in general.
You interrupted me, and I couldn't finish actually what I was gonna say.
Oh, go ahead,
but
make your
over
point.
here in America, you take your husband's last name. In other countries, you become of that man. You can use their last name or you cannot use their last name. It's up to you. What I mean is, for example, I don't know, I have two last names because my dad married my mom. my mom still has her last name, and it's of Buccelli or de Buccelli. I don't know. But my mom is her name Bornemisa de Buccelli. She is not Buccelli. If it makes sense.
I don't understand what you're trying to say here. Is Bocelli your father's last name?
Yeah.
So she took his last name.
Nope.
She keep both.
She is Bornemisa de Buccelli.
But not.
She is Bornemisa of
I mean,
Buccelli.
She still took his
Either
last
way-
name, though. She still
No.
took his
Last
name.
name.
She signs with her name and last name. The of is if she wants to use it.
But people
Yeah,
know
definitely.
that she's tied to her husband anyway. So I mean, still.
Yeah.
But that's just
Yeah, they
natural,
do
though.
believe
Yeah.
they're
Foreign.
Okay, well,
That's natural.
I
I feel
mean,
like the of
I-
doesn't really count.
The point of the matter is that women
still have
acquire
the last
status
name,
through
yeah.
their men. That's what I'm trying to say. Men don't give a shit about women's status. No one cares about female independence or your job or your title. Men don't care about these things in general.
agree.
Women do, though. So what I'm saying is that women acquire status from their men, not the other way around. Very rarely is it the other way around. So my thing is, if you're going to deal with me and you want a guy that has a future and you want a guy that has certain things in place, well, that's going to come with, I'm going to have some qualifications too. And most men don't want promiscuous women.
Correct.
So, I mean, I generally think that women that are promiscuous don't deserve a good man. I don't think so. And the studies show that it's in your best interest to not marry one of these girls because they're going to fuck your life up.
Yeah.
There's a reason why when you look at porn stars, all their relationships almost always end. Because promiscuous women just don't know how to behave a lot of times. If you can't even control the penises that go into you, then and that's your ultimate power, then you don't deserve a man of value.
There's different cases of promiscuity, I guess, than somebody that is a porn star. It's not somebody that is experimenting on her
it's an
youth.
example.
So
It's just an example, but I mean,
Yeah.
women in general that are promiscuous are not worthy of long-term relationships
I
with a
get
guy
it.
that's worth anything, in my opinion.